edition of the ZTV Sports Report. I'm John Alfieri, joined by Nico Weathers. Nico, how you doing home in quarantine and all this crazy stuff going on? It really takes away from, kind of what the ZTV Sports Report is all about, sports.
I'm trying to manage it, John. Just over here playing video games every now and then, reading books, simple stuff like that. What about you?
Doing homework for fun at this point is kind of the highlight of my day, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate. But, it's good to stay busy, read a book every now and again, go outside, take a walk, kind of appreciate the nice weather we've been having lately. So, yeah, just trying to make the time go by the best I can.
Yeah, man. It's been interesting because, we were missing out on sports. We're missing out on a lot of stuff, basketball with the MAC conference. They just won first good season in a decent little minute, and we just couldn't enjoy it. It kind of hurts a little. But.
Exactly. Of course, the 1 year, my last semester in college, Akron finally makes the tournament, and then the tournament gets canceled. So, bittersweet, happy for the team, but at the same time, upset I don't get to enjoy Akron being in the NCAA tournament. But, hey, I can always root for the Zips going forward, and that's nothing to complain about.
It does leave us with some question marks, too, because we do have a lot of seniors that's going. Tyler Cheese, Sirius Williams, the MAC Conference Player of the Year, Lauren Christian Jackson. It's a big question mark on if he's coming back or not. And he has another year eligibility. So what do you think? What do you think's in store for him next year?
Well, I hope you brought that up, Nico, because as we know, the NCAA did give all spring semester athletes another year of eligibility, which does include basketball. So I hope those guys come back. If not, if they want to go on to greener pastures, whether that be a new team, whether that be going to play in a professional league, possibly. Obviously, the NBA is a bit of a stretch, but at the same time, you never know. So I hope those guys come back, but at the same time, if they choose not to come back to Akron, I wish them all the best.
The same this way, man. So as we transition to a different topic, so it is the first year for men's baseball, and it is the first year for women's lacrosse. They couldn't even enjoy their first season as well, and there was a lot of expectations. Baseball did have a few games. I believe they had less than 10, but they still had a few games under their belt. Women's lacrosse got like 1 or 2 in. What do you think so far is like, I don't even know how to word it, honestly. You can go ahead and take it. I'll let you take it.
Well, I think the biggest challenge for both of those teams is this was their first season. And when you only get to play, baseball got to play about 5-6 games. Women's lacrosse got to play 10, I think. And so basically, you're going to be starting the process all over again. Next season, it's going to be just like it's their first season again. And you're going to have a lot of people coming in, a lot of people that are staying, and those people aren't going to really know how to act, and they haven't had that full season under their belts. So I'm eager to see what happens going forward. I just feel bad for those teams, especially the brand new ones like you mentioned, that they kind of don't get to experience what it's like to have a full season of college sports yet.
And I'm glad that you mentioned men's baseball specifically because they did just renovate their entire field, brand new scoreboard, brand new fence.
Exactly.
Field, stuff like that. And I was actually excited just to watch it and be a part of it as a fan. It's just excitement that we were ripped apart. Like, I don't even know how to word it, man. It's upset. But the recruitment part aspect is actually just different as well. They did just bring in a bunch of local kids from Ohio. I wonder how recruiting is going to be affected next semester as well, especially for the next season since this season's put on hold. And we don't know if they're still having a season or not.
Exactly. And, Nico, I'll flip this question on to you. Do you think that a sport like football, where obviously it's a very extensive training camp process, football for recruiting, it never ends. You're going year-round. You're going on these visits. You're doing home visits. You're bringing people into the facility, showing them the stadium, things like that. That gets impacted by this as well. Do you think that football, a team that went 0-12 last season, how do you think they're going to be affected by this?
Specifically, because it's springtime right now. They will have their spring game right now. They don't know who the starters are. They just lost a few people to other schools.
Exactly.
I know their offensive lineman, Brandon Council, just committed to Auburn. Stuff like that. So you're really impacted because you can't have a spring game. And that's the number one big recruiter for a bunch of high school kids that's trying to see what your program's like, what your coach is like, because you were 0-12 last year. That's kind of a red flag right there. So the spring game is kind of going to say, like, hey, we have holes here. We need you to fill this spot, So with that being stripped from them, hurt recruiting, especially for Akron, especially since we're in the Mid-American Conference and we already struggle with getting top recruits.
And especially guys that are transferring into the program or new people into the program, they don't have time to learn that playbook. You can look at a playbook you can look at a play design and playbook all you want, but until you get out on the field and actually run those plays, you don't know how it develops. You don't know how it works. So definitely an uphill battle for the men's football team as well. All right, so Nico, as we know, Akron soccer has been dominant, especially in the MAC play. This past year, they won their 8th straight MAC title, if I'm not mistaken, and they get a berth in the NCAA tournament basically every year. Mm-hmm. They have a very large international recruiting style. They get a lot of players from different countries. How do you think that is going to be impacted by the current situation we are in with the coronavirus? Because they can't obviously bring these people over from Portugal and Spain and Nigeria. They can't bring these young athletes into Akron to show them the facility and get them to commit.
I think it won't be impacted too much, only because of the prestige of the University of Akron's soccer team. So they are notorious for winning. That's all they do. They're really good at winning MAC conferences, getting to the Final Four, so that won't be impacted that much. I would just say in terms of traveling for recruitment, you can't really bring them on campus so they can see what campus life is like. That's the only negative. But in terms of them going professional after the University of Akron, I wouldn't be concerned. Now, mention like football or women's basketball, stuff like that, they struggle in terms of the prestige. So John, let's transition to track. So track, once again, they did just win the MAC Conference Championship. And you know, the Olympic trials were coming up soon in Houston, and they weren't allowed to try out because, you know, the Olympics were canceled and stuff like that. There was a bunch of athletes here that had personal records, they had track records and field records as well. So what are your thoughts on the current situation of the track athletes?
Well, thankfully, the spring track athletes will get another year of eligibility, and with the Olympics being pushed back to the summer of 2021, it does kind of give them a little bit more time to prepare. But the flip side of that is it gives everybody else that they're going to be competing against and trying to compete against for Olympic spots as well, it gives them more time to train as well. So I hope that the athletes can stay healthy, you know, treat their bodies right, and not have anything happen to the point where they can't try out for the Olympics next summer. But I think that Akron track and field is going to be just fine. I think that their dominant performance this past spring, thankfully before all these sports got shut down, I think that they are going to be just fine. I think that what they did this season is nothing to hang their heads about. I know a lot of people didn't get to have the outcome they desired, but at the same time, they still had a very, very good season.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that they have another year of eligibility. Now, a question for you would be, is it just for indoor athletes or is it just for outdoor athletes? Because I know indoor athletes is for the fall and winter and the outdoors for the summer. Are the summer athletes specifically getting that extra year, or is it the entire everyone?
You know, that's a great question. Honestly, I don't know, and I don't think a lot of people know either. The NCAA has been very vague about their decision to give these athletes another year of eligibility, whether that is just for the spring athletes, whether that's for, basketball, their season was almost over before, all these sports got shut down. Do they still get another year of eligibility? I think it's going to be really varied by sport of which teams exactly and which people exactly get another year of eligibility, but I hope that it's both indoor and outdoor track, because I know a lot of people do run both, and a lot of people are very good in events in certain categories. Well, Nico, thank you for joining me on this, this modified version of the ZTV Sports Report. I miss sitting behind the desk with you, and I hope we can do it again someday soon.
Yeah, same, John. Thank you guys for joining us. Please follow us on all social media at ZTV Sports Report. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel at the ZTV Sports Report. But until next time, that's my co-host, John Alfieri, and I'm Nico Weathers, guys.
Go Zips. Stay healthy, guys. Hi, everybody. I'm John Alfieri.
My name is Desmond Mitchell.
Brianna Gordon.
I'm Brady Fisher.
Nico Weathers.
Lillian Cox, and I'm the producer.
I'm a member.
I'm a member.
And I'm a member.
And I'm the host.
The host of the ZTV Sports Report, giving you an exclusive interview with my life basically inside of these crazy times that we live in. So hopefully I can give you some good insight, and hopefully we can move forward with all our lives as we navigate through this kind of hectic times we live in.
I was really looking forward to learning more of the cameras used by the sports media staff, as well as just to better myself in Premiere and voiceovers. But unfortunately, with everything that's happened due to COVID, that has been cut short. But I'm hoping to get back on it next semester, assuming classes are resumed.
Honestly, a lot of new editing techniques. I feel that I can get way better on making packages and getting everything together with highlights.
I was really excited to learn more about the green screen. I only got to use it 3 of the episodes that we did, but there's still more to learn, and also how to piece together the day in the life of, because that was still a work in progress.
I guess what I was looking forward to learning was just kind of fine-tuning my skills, really getting my final demo reel together. I am not able to really work on the stuff I had to do and kind of had full access to the footage that I had been working on for the past 4 years. So it's definitely pretty tough to be able to, finalize my career path from here, but I'm making do with what I have.
I do not know, honestly, because I got to learn like the basics kind of on the computer, the system and everything. So I think what I would be looking forward to working more on is learning more of that, because I still need to work on that more. Like, I don't know a lot, but I know a little to get me by.
So the thing I was looking forward to learning, honestly, with my time at ZTV, was learning how to operate the green screen, because this is the first semester we've really implemented that, and I've actually wanted to know more behind the scenes and get more behind the scenes work on that. Also, I wanted to learn how to really just work a script, write a script, and just get better as a writer. That's pretty much what I was really looking forward to learning.
I wish I could have done like an interview with the player, because I think I was like the only person on the team that didn't get to do an interview with someone specifically.
Well, I don't want to, I guess it's okay to spoil it now. For our live show at the end of the semester, I was planning on doing an interview with a track and field sprinter, and at the end of the interview, I was going to race the sprinter in a 40-yard dash or whatever distance we came up with. And I was looking forward to that because, it could have really launched my athletic career as an Olympic sprinter, but I guess I'll have to wait on that, and that's okay. But, that was the one I was really, really excited about, and one I know that you were excited about too, Lily.
Packages I was excited for was baseball. I'm a big baseball fan. I was extremely excited that they came back this semester. So I was really looking forward to working the games, editing it up, and trying to fit a 9-inning baseball game, which is 3 hours, into a 3-minute clip.
I was really looking forward to doing another day in the life of package. I found the one I did in the beginning of the semester to be a great learning experience, not only from an editing standpoint, but as an interview standpoint. So I was looking forward to that, but unfortunately that got cut as well.
Mainly basketball. It was a lot getting heated, and it was getting real, good, competitive. So I was really looking forward to making those type of packages.
What I miss about ZTV is definitely everyone. Everyone up there was like a family. I miss being with all the producers, and they were very helpful for me when I didn't know what to do.
So the thing I miss the most about ZTV is honestly the people. The connections that you built while operating cameras there, editing, you just gain hands-on experience, and I really do miss that the most. Everybody around ZTV was completely genuine. We have the same common goal, and that's trying to make a great show. Also, I miss trying to grind for an Emmy with these people. That was also pretty cool. But that's the most important things that I miss: the people, the connections, and the experience.
For ZTV, I miss seeing everybody as a collective inside the editing room, and just seeing everybody working their packages, everybody working on different skits, and making stuff like that. It was just probably a lot of interaction and a lot of fun, creative minds around. So it's just great to see that.
The thing I miss most about ZTV is definitely the group atmosphere. Everybody's always so helpful and always very down to help everybody and build and grow together. So that's definitely something I miss, kind of having that supportive atmosphere of everybody wanting to learn and acquire the same skills.
I miss a lot of the friends I've made in ZTV. Granted, I've only been there a year, but I've become really close with a lot of the people up there. And me being a couple hours from Akron, I don't get to see a lot of them anymore unless I go out of my way to. But with the stay-at-home order, I can't do that. Sports report in general, again, I miss the people. I've gotten close to a few of them, and just those friendships that were being built, unfortunately, got put on pause almost.
I miss my group. I miss you guys. I had so much fun doing that. Because, it's my first year being in ZTV, so getting to know all of you guys, that was fun. I had a lot of fun with you guys in the studio, so I miss that.
For the sports report, I miss the team. I just want to see us how the shows, do the bloopers, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff I'm missing.
Oh, God, I miss everybody on the sports report. We always have such a good time in our studios, and we get them done so quickly. We're all so efficient. I really miss that environment of everybody wanting to be professional and kind of stay the course, and everybody kind of having that same mindset of, okay, we have a job to do. Let's all work together and get it done. So I really miss my fellow sports report members, and I hope everybody's doing well.
Sports report. Oh, what I miss is everything. I miss the sports. I'm a big sports fan. I just love going to the games. I love working in games. I got to build connections with the ESPN people. I got to build connections with the CBS people. My co-host John and me been doing it for 2 semesters now. We started to finally get that chemistry, and we were really making a great show. The people behind the scenes, Desmond, Brianna, Fish, and you, Lily, I just miss you guys too. Every Wednesday, we just be in the same studio just trying to make a great show. If it was stressful or not, it was just fun. So that's honestly what I miss.
What I miss about the ZTV Sports Report is definitely my team. They were definitely someone I could always rely on, and also they were just such a great team this year, and I miss every single one of them. We were very efficient in getting stuff done, and they always put a smile on my face when I was having a hard time.
Just keep your head up, roll with the punches that come. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but just keep trying to do your best and improving every episode. That's what we're here for. It's a learning experience, and we're just here to better ourselves in any way we can.
I think I would say definitely, like, if you want to do sports, do it. I think you'll have a lot of, like, fun, and you'll get to learn and, like, get new experiences that you haven't had before, and that's also wonderful. Then at the same time, too, you make a lot of friends like I did last semester, so that's great, too. And, I mean, you get to meet a lot of, like, athletes, and you get to do the interviews, which is fun, too. So I think that would, like, be what I would tell people. Definitely join, and definitely make sure, like, you have fun doing it if it's something you want to do.
The only advice I can have is just work your butt off. That's pretty much what I can say.
So tips for the next sports report team, I can honestly say don't try to wait till last minute to do your packages. Profession takes time, and you can get a lot more productive, a lot more creative if you work on packages earlier than trying to do it last minute, because then you're just rushing a package and it's not as good as you want it to be or what your max potential could be. And you kind of cheating yourself out of getting better in your editing skills if you're waiting till the last minute to do it. So my advice would just make sure all the packages is done on time.
Some tips and advice for next year's sports report team is definitely get stuff done on time. Always ask what needs to be done or what you can help out with. There's a lot of stuff that does need to get done, and the producer may not know what you could do unless you ask. Also, if you really want to do something, definitely speak up. And if you have any questions, please ask anyone.
For the sports board team for next year, I would just say keep staying the course, keep working hard. Always don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like a lot of people think they can do things themselves, but we're all here to help everybody in ZTV, and especially in the sports report. So make sure you're always reaching out for help and always having people assist you with any big projects you may be doing.
My name is Tyler Fraker, and I was a part of the University of Akron track and field team as a pole vaulter.
My name is Denninson, and I'm a part of the women's lacrosse program.
Schaefer. I run track for the University of Akron. I'm a long jumper. I sprint as well. I compete in events of 60, 100, 200, 4-on-1, and so forth.
My name is Schaefer, and I play on Akron's women's lacrosse team.
My name is Ray Kowalczyk. I'm a junior at the University of Akron. I'm a part of the men's track and field program.
I'm down here in Florida, actually, in my hometown, so it's pretty warm. Nice and sunny for those days outside.
I'm Ali. I'm a freshman, and I play basketball for the Akron Zips.
I am Emma Henning, and I am part of the women's lacrosse team at Akron.
So at the end of the indoor season, we had multiple athletes who had qualified for the NCAA championships, and they all got to travel out to New Mexico, get used to the track, get warmed up, get ready to compete. And then they got the news that the championships was canceled and they weren't going to be able to compete in the next 2 days.
It affected our sport because our season got cut short just when we were starting to click and get everything going together as a team. We didn't really get closure as a team. It just kind of ended, and then everybody went their separate ways. So we've had to do a lot of video chats, a lot of team Zoom calls. And personally, I'm isolated. You know, my family, my mom's a nurse in the ICU, so it's been really hard in our family with her being there. We haven't left our house since I've gotten home, so over a month we've just been in our house, kind of hoping that everybody stays safe and that our family's okay, and just waiting for this to pass.
It took a big hit on the team, and just all of us in general, because of how hard we train, and just how hard we were looking forward to just going and competing, you know, doing our best competition-wise. I mean, everybody loves traveling, you know, when you're athletes. So it took a big hit, especially with the season, with the Olympics coming up, you know, that definitely just took a toll on us.
COVID-19 has affected our sport just in the fact that it canceled our season, and I felt like we were finally understanding like each other and how we all play. It affected me personally because being at Akron just had me on a good schedule and I had good resources. So being at home, it's hard to work out and have a good school schedule.
Fortunately, the NCAA canceled the spring outdoor track season.
I mean, it's always nice to get home and see family and things like that, but unfortunately with what we're going through now, it sucks. Pretty sad too, knowing that it was my senior year. And just being away from teammates, it's totally different because I'm used to seeing them every day and just smiling and having fun at practice and on the field, and now it's just waking up to really not doing much, and it's just sad. Yeah, we were actually really excited to have that weekend break and just get fresh, back to practice, and we've learned a lot through the beginning of the season on what we really needed to work on as a team, and then the coaches were picking through things to specifically work on in practice, which we were all knew what that was. We all talked about it before, and we were ready to get to work to going into conference. And being able to play, like we played Kent State in the fall, and we had beat them. So knowing that, we knew we had the chance to do really well in conference. I think playing every weekend in February drained us, and more of the new players, they were getting into it, knowing and seeing that we do play a lot, and it does take over. But having that weekend break, like I said, getting to practice, and then getting ready for that conference season, I think we would have came out strong.
It's affected our sport a great deal. I mean, we weren't able to finish our postseason run in the MAC tournament, do the things that we set out to do the past summer, which sucked. And I just felt bad really for the seniors because they had to go out like that. And as us as underclassmen, just motivates us to come back next year and do what they set out to do for us this year.
COVID-19 has affected me in the regards that our season was cut short and that we weren't able to continue to grow as a team and build our foundation year. So that has really affected us. And then personally, it has put, a damper on life and a hold on life of things that were really exciting. But good things will come when this is over.
This was my last track and field season for the University of Akron, and I was trying to end it in a good way, and had a couple PRs throughout the season. One at the New Mexico facility that they were holding the NCAA championships. And then at the end of the season at the MAC championships, I got another PR of 17 feet and got second in the pole vault.
I would say the achievements that we accomplished this year, first of all, was our first game at our home field. This was the first season for women's lacrosse, so it was a really big deal. The production for our first home game was incredible. There's a lot of people that went into setting that up. We got to play St. Francis. We exchanged little pins with one another, and that really set the tone for the rest of our season and for the upcoming seasons for the future.
I've been struggling to break 7 seconds in 60, and I ran 6:95 finally. I'm not sure how, but the grace of God, and that's all I can say.
Achievements I have accomplished this year. I was on Dean's list academically, and I was the first women's lacrosse player to have a hat trick this season. And I think overall our team just has accomplished a lot. They were both part of mine and our whole team's. We had our first win preseason, and we've just gotten better and better throughout the year.
Well, we won the regular season conference. Finished that by beating Kent at home on the 6th, and then we had probably one of the better seasons they've had in a while. 20-plus wins. I'm not sure when's the last time they had that. And then, I mean, technically we were in the NCAA tournament, which hasn't happened in quite a few years, so that was great just to do, especially with the group of guys that we had this year.
I have accomplished the success and have been a part of a great foundation year that will soon build into a great program here at Akron. So that's been a really achieving and cool thing to be a part of.
You know, I'm looking forward to getting started in my professional life, you know, getting my career moving, looking forward to my wedding, getting the family started, and, you know, definitely trying to stay around the track and field community, you know, maybe help out a little with Coach Mitchell.
Next year, I'm looking forward to just picking up where we left off here, trying to go in with the momentum that we had from this season, continue to work hard as a team, continue to build those off-the-field relationships, which started to translate to on-the-field connections, and just get back with the team and the coaches on campus.
Definitely traveling, practicing again for sure. Just, you know, being with the team, the atmosphere, just everything of that nature. Setting personal records for sure, and, you know, continue to train for the Olympics if they move to next year. So, you know, just go ahead and win the MAC championship and go on from there.
I'm looking forward to next year, all our new recruits coming in and just being back on the field. And I'm excited now, like, this past year we kind of didn't know what to expect, but now I know what to expect and how to prepare. And I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to have a full season this coming year.
I'm looking forward to the season, training hard, and hopefully figuring some stuff out, but also school, because it's fun.
Yeah, so I think it is like just depending on who you are as a person. So for me, my future plans were to continue my education and be a GA somewhere to be able to pursue my master's. And because I'm not really quite sure what I want to do later on in the future. And then you have those who already have their futures planned and they're waiting to start jobs coming up in the fall or something like that, or right in after graduation time. So it really just depends on who the person is and what their direction was after that final play in May. Yeah, well, hopefully I do get that chance to come back and play. And if so, I've been talking with my coaches on me being that leader out there and really helping the incoming freshmen along with the team that we already had just get stronger and more focused. Now knowing that anything could be taken from us just in the snap of a finger. Like with all this going on, we had no idea it was this serious. Now we're all done a season. So just getting back out there, I think more focused and just really wanting to attack it from the start and going out strong is mainly what I'm looking for.
Getting out there with my guys and the team, I mean, that's what makes it fun, just being with them every day. And I just want to be better than what we were this year. With the year under my belt and the incoming guys we have, I feel like we got a good group and we can do some special things next year.
I'm looking forward to having the new girls join us and to keep building and resume right where we left off. To keep winning games, keep progressing as an individual and as a team, and shock people and make the world know that Akron's got a good lacrosse team.
You know, just keeping myself busy, cleaning the house, doing dishes, playing a lot of video games, watching a lot of Netflix.
So during quarantine, I've been doing a lot of cooking. Although I'm not a good cook, I've been really trying to learn. My sister and I have been doing a lot of workouts in our basement and outside when it's nice. Also, there's been a lot of storms, so my family and I have been picking up a lot of sticks in our yard, and that's really it.
Since school is still in session right now, definitely homework, getting that knocked out of the way, trying to finish strong, and, maintain my GPA, and then also trying to stay consistent on my workouts as much as possible. Especially with limited resources, it's definitely hard to just stay on top of everything, but that's what it is.
I've been kind of keeping busy. Well, I work at our local grocery store, so I work like 30 hours a week, and then on top of that, I have like all my classes planned out, and I work out every day and run every day.
Been doing a lot of schoolwork, writing reports, riding my bike a little bit, and then wrenching on some stuff.
Actually, I had purchased a bike recently, and my family and I will go on the little bike trail that we have throughout the neighborhood, and my little cousins, I hang out with them, and we'll do that. And I recently got a new puppy, 8 weeks old, so I'm having fun taking care of her too.
Personally, just trying to go outside, run, work out, and get in the gym a couple of times a week. I'm lucky enough to have a gym somewhat close to me that's still open, so just going in there, getting shots up. I've been starting to read too, just little stuff like that.
I've been keeping busy with keeping up on schoolwork. Online classes are a little bit different than our norm of regular in-person classes, so staying tasked and diligent with schoolwork to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward for next semester, and summer classes that I will be taking, and then also hitting the wall, doing some individual wall ball stuff, and keeping active because I work so hard to get in shape, and just because we are not able to play doesn't mean that my shape that I just got into needs to disintegrate. So you got to keep up on that. And once an athlete, always an athlete.
To everyone graduating this semester, I just want to say good luck out in the real world. I know you guys are all going to do amazing things. Take what you've learned over the years in ZTV and school and build on that. Use it to create a career for yourselves that you're going to be happy with in life. And don't forget to reach back out to us still here at Akron.
I just want to say congratulations to all the graduating seniors. Only thing I can really say is use your connections, use your resources that you built over the years in your school year, and with ZTV, everybody will have your back. And on a job search, just keep your head up, keep moving forward. Your dream will come true. Just keep striving for it, keep moving towards it.
But I want to say to you guys, John, Lily, and Brianna, I hope to see John on ESPN or wherever he wants to be in a few years. I know he was a great writer. I know he was a great co-host, so I wish him the best of luck in that. Lily, I hope to see you on Forbes list or something as the best photographer in the world. And Brianna, I know she's trying to go to law school, so I hope she's the best lawyer in the world. I just hope you guys shoot for the stars and achieve everything that you want to in life. That's what I want to say to you guys. I enjoyed my time with you, even if we butted heads a few times. Love you guys, man, and I just hope to see you achieve.
What I want to say to the non-seniors, just keep going. You will do great things. And also, I'm so lucky to call you guys my friends. And I expect great things from every single one of you, even the seniors that are graduating.
So I want to say thank you to everyone on the team, because I came in with no experience whatsoever, and everyone else around me had a little bit of experience, so it was always like a welcoming to me. It was easy for me to ask questions, and I always got the help I needed to, and the support, so it was very like a family, like you said, so very welcoming.
Well, to everybody returning back to the ZTV Sports Report, I just want to say take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. I've had the privilege of going to Detroit for the MAC Championship, Cleveland for the MAC Tournament, all sorts of games and events, and I would just say keep taking advantage of those opportunities, because you never know when it's all kind of going to be taken away, and once it's over, trust me, you're going to miss it. So a special mention I want to give is to you, Lily, my producer. I was in ZTV when you joined, and to kind of see how you've grown and matured throughout this whole time and really taken over the department is really something special to see, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to keep doing what I love. Another quick shout out I have is for my co-host Nico Weathers. Nico, you were a little nervous when you first joined, I know, and you're especially nervous to host, but you really grew and developed, and I'm happy I was able to help you along the way. I feel like you have a bright future ahead of you.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.